What's going on, guys? TKD123 back in the video, and today I want to discuss the Apple event. I just got done writing up the stream, and I just watched the whole entire Apple keynote, and so I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on what they showed, the new products, the new news about it, and just overall my impressions of the whole thing. So let's get right into it. Apple has now dropped the Apple Watch price. Now it will be starting at $299 as opposed to the higher tier models that had higher price brackets. So now it will be starting at $299. And they went on to announce some new bands and new colors. It's called woven nylon, which is they went into detail that it was 4 layers of fabric, and it's supposed to be really high tech, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I have an Apple Watch. I use the regular standard cheap strap. So I wanted to upgrade my strap, but I might actually, after the new stuff they announced with the new hues of different bands, etc., like that. So I might pick one up for my Apple Watch. Probably not, maybe, who knows. But they went on to talk about the Apple TV, and specifically talking about the tvOS new features. Now you can use Siri in the Apple Store. You can access your iCloud storage, and then they dropped the banger, the new iPhone. Now, it was rumored in the past, right? Rumored a lot lately, as dubbed the iPhone 5 SE, which it would be basically a iPhone that is current in the body of the 5 lineup, right? But they dropped the 5 on the name, and they're just calling it the iPhone SE. Now they're not, putting in the 5 in, even though it looks just like an iPhone 5. It looks very similar to an iPhone 5. It has the same white bars on the back of the phone, where it's white on the top and bottom of the actual phone. And they went on to basically describe the iPhone 6 in a 5 body, where it has the A9 chip, the same power as the iPhone 6 GPU wise and processing wise as well. It has the feature where you can just say, "Hey Siri," but it has battery improvements along with the improved 12 megapixel camera that's the same as the iPhones that are current today. It also supports live pictures and all that, 4K video, LTE that's faster than the iPhone 5S, a faster Wi-Fi calling, Touch ID, Apple Pay, etc. Basically, it has a lot of the same features as my iPhone in the iPhone 5 body, basically, to a degree, right? It's not even basically to a degree. It is exactly an iPhone that is made today in an iPhone 5 body, which isn't a bad thing, because I have heard people that want a smaller iPhone, but the new stuff with Touch ID, live pictures, faster calling, so like they enjoy a smaller phone, and they don't want a big phone. They would prefer the iPhone 5 body over the iPhone 6S. In iOS 9.3, they announced Night Shift, which is where it will take off the blue hue of your iPhone so that you can sleep better at night, because it will create less strain on your eyes when you're using your iPhone at night. And so that's pretty cool. And they also announced that in the Notes app, you can have some of your notes protected through a password or Touch ID, so you can have better oversight over your notes, etc., like that. And they also went on to talk about the growing CarPlay adoption amongst car manufacturers and all that. So that's pretty cool how it's growing. I wish I had CarPlay in my car, but oh well, maybe someday I will. All right. And then they want to describe the iPad. Now they are releasing a new iPad Pro. It is 9.7 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure 9.7 inches. And they said it weighs less than a pound. And it is basically a iPad Pro in a smaller body. You kind of see the trend they have here, where they want, basically this conference was announcing smaller form factors of their existing devices, and it pretty much has the same exact stuff as the iPad Pro, where you have Apple Pencil. You can use that on the new iPad Pro. It has 4 speakers just like the iPad Pro. It has a upgraded A9 chip like the iPad Pro. However, they did announce some cool things where they have USB adapters for your iPad Pro, so you could hypothetically plug in a mic, you could plug in a web camera, all sorts of stuff into the iPad Pro and use it with the iPad Pro. So I found that to be pretty cool. It has upgraded lenses for the front camera and back camera, as well as some new hues for the steel of the iPad Pro, where it will come in silver, space gray, gold, and rose gold, and it'll start at $599, $750. And then they announced a new storage capacity, which is 256 gigabytes. Now this is very, very crucial, because I wish that the iPhone would stop selling 16 gigabyte storage. That's just not a thing today. You living in this year, this time, you cannot have a device that's 16 gigabytes. That is way too small. You can fairly fit anything in that. It's trash. And that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the whole conference. There wasn't really anything I found to be crazy, other than the Apple Watch drop in price. You know, that was pretty cool and pretty needed in my opinion. But overall, this was a pretty, you know, laid back, nothing really groundbreaking. I'm sure we'll see big stuff like the iPhone 7 in the Apple event in June, because usually there is one in June. So we'll see, you know, some more hits at the next one. This one was just kind of like a recap, whatever. And I thought there would be Mac news, but there wasn't anything on Macs, which I'm sure we will probably see in the June conference. So that's all I had to say about it. I thought it was a pretty, you know, kind of middle of the road Apple thing. It wasn't really, you know, anything that I found to be interesting, whatever. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you like the content, stick around, subscribe, like the video, do all that jazz. And you can follow me in my links below in the description, my Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, etc., all that good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. I got you.